Before I made my short film, The Boss, I tried doing claymation or paper cut animation until I decided to make a 2D animation using Tahoma 2D, a branch of OpenToonz, which is used for many of Studio Ghibli's hit films. At first, I wanted to make a story about a depressed pigeon in a toxic work environment until he goes feral, but I scrapped that idea because I thought that it would be too ambitious because of my lack of experience animating. I decided on a dystopian film where two newspaper companies are fighting over market dominance, set in the 1970s. To sell this setting and theme, I decided to make the entire animation black and white, to use newspaper headlines as story motifs, and to use jazz music. While I was working on my film, I found some frustrating features such as two types of layers called raster layers and vector layers, and why I cannot draw outside of the scene in the raster layers, or why my lines are so pixelized. So I decided to only use vector layers. Animating in Tahoma 2D was very easy because of something called the plastic tool, which is a tool where you can add a skeleton to your drawing to make it move however you want. I ended up using a combination of hand-drawn frame-by-frame animation and plastic deformation animation, and position, location, and scale transformation animation. A way that I saved time on my animation was the newspaper rotating scene, which was just a template that I made on Tahoma 2D, which I just replaced every time with a different image to make a different spinning scene. If I didn't do this, I would have needed to remake the entire animation over and over again. This allowed me to just focus on the drawings and editing in DaVinci Resolve, which is a software I am comfortable with. In some cases, I adjusted the timing of the animation in Resolve, repeating clips, freeze frames, and reversed clips in order to make my animation more closely match my audio, which was taken by my dad and YouTube's audio library and DaVinci's Fairlight tool. Well, that's how I made this animation. If you want to watch the full video, click here.